The Alpine Biome by Scott Hamas
and Matt Caskey. The alpine biome is found in mountainous regions around the world. The alpine biome can be found in the Rockies, the Andes, the Alps, the Himalayas, and the Scandinavian mountains, to name a few. They are usually in an altitude of 10,000 feet or more and lay just below the snow line.
In the summer, the average temperature ranges from 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. In the winter, the temperatures are well below freezing. However, the temperatures in alpines change drastically from day to day. A mountain can contain various biomes because of the changes in altitude. The altitude on a mountain has similar effects on the biome as the latitude does. For example, the Rocky Mountains contain numerous biomes.
Starting at the bottom is a desert biome. As you work your way up the mountain, you will then come across a deciduous forest, grassland, a steppe, a taiga, and at the top is the alpine biome.
Due to high altitudes and the low levels of CO2 in an alpine biome, the plant life is adapted into small plants that grow and reproduce slowly. They hug the ground to protect themselves from the cold and wind. An alpine biome does not contain trees because the high altitude causes an adverse climate. Some plants that you can find in an alpine biome include alpine phacelia, beargrass, bristlecone pine, moss campion, pygmy bitterroot, and wild potato.
Once the plants die, they decompose very slowly, which makes the soil very poor. The soil found in an alpine biome is usually very sandy and rocky. The alpine biome has an average of only 30 centimeters of precipitation a year.
This biome is very much similar to the tundra and Arctic biomes because of its cold and dry conditions. The animals found in an alpine biome are warm-blooded and adapt to the cold by hibernating, insulating their bodies with layers of fat and migrating to warmer areas.
These animals tend to have shorter legs and ears in order to reduce the loss of heat.
Because of the lack of oxygen and the increase of pressure in an alpine biome, these animals tend to have larger lungs and more blood cells. Some animals you can find in the alpine biome include the alpaca, Andean condor, chinchilla, llama, snow leopard, mountain goat, vicuña, and wild yak.
The wild yak inhabit the Himalayan mountains and the Tibetan plateau. The average lifespan of a yak is 23 years. The wild yak is currently an endangered species. There are over 12 million yak in the world, but only 15,000 of them are wild.
The wild yak has a black and brown coat with white patches. Their coat is very dense and woolly. The females have 20-inch horns, while the males have 40-inch horns. They use these horns to dig under the snow in search of various foods.
They grow up to 11 feet in length, while the tail can grow up to 2 feet. The males weigh anywhere from 700 to 1,200 pounds, while the females only weigh a third as much. Almost as big as me!
The wild yak has various valuable adaptations that help them survive in their cold climate. Their coats have long outer hair and dense underfur to keep their body temperature high. Food in their stomach ferments at 104 degrees Fahrenheit, creating an internal heating source.
Also, their hooves have 2 large toes that spread out the yak's weight in deep snow and give them good grip on bare slopes.
The wild yak eats lichens, grasses, and tubers. The yak's stomach cannot digest grain. They travel in single-sex herds of about 100 yaks. A bull will join a herd of females in the fall and stay with them through breeding season.